I am the Geek Demon Ken Bouchard, and you're listening to another nerd-fueled episode of Ken Bouchard Online. Today I'm recording from my favorite little haunt, the Green Bean Coffee House right here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I'm here to wrap up what turned out to be the craziest weekend I have ever had in a long time. I needed me a large green bean mocha, frozen, with extra caramel and whipped topping to start my recuperation. So this past weekend, if you didn't know, was the inaugural Gameloticon right here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. 2 full days of games including Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Dungeons & Dragons, Warhammer 40k, HeroClix, esports gaming, and so much more. There were fun and educational panels for fans to enjoy, guest artists, and actors, including Chris Rickabaugh, who was the voice of Sean in Street Fighter V, and Martha Harms, who was the voice of Maya the Siren from the Borderlands games. Yours truly had the honor of being the monitor for all the panels. I had a blast rubbing elbows with actors, and was even able to snag an interview with one of them for this particular episode. Let me tell you, if you've never experienced a convention before, there is such a thing called con withdrawal. You get physically drained from all the running around, the excitement, but then you get hit with the fact that it's over. So much fun and enjoyment, and then boom, it's done. That's it until who knows. And all of this hits you around the same time. Thank you, Green Bean Mocha. So as I sit here trying to recoup, I'm going to play for you the 2 interviews I was able to snag while at Gameloticon. Please, enjoy. We are live at Gameloticon 2003. This is Altoona's first gaming convention, Altoona's inaugural Gameloticon, and joining me right here while I go live is none other than the promoter, the guy who put it all together, a good friend of mine who I've known for many years, Mr. Tim Baker.
Hi, Ken. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? How is this all going?
I'm doing great. I mean, this has been a dream of ours for a long time to kind of help promote an event for the local shops that brings the entire community together, and we're super pleased with how it's going, and everybody seems to be having a good time. The vendors are having a good time. All the players are having a good time, so that means that we're having a good time.
I was going to say, this has been many moons in the making.
It really has.
I remember our first meeting at Green Bean like many moons ago, but with what you imagined and how it turned out, is it on the path of what you envisioned, or is it going better, or is it something that you're like, oh my God, I'm just way over?
No, I think that the actual setup of the convention is really nice. I mean, it looks exactly how we want it to look. You know, the events are going very, very well. It's a first-year con, so we're always going to say that we want attendance to be better. But, it's about what we expected. So, we are planning on doing it for another couple years. We already have dates for next year. I think overall, I think it was very successful. And, these kind of things just build on itself. You know what I mean? The longer you do it, the more traction it gets. And, I'm hoping that it just turns into a really, really big gaming event for Central Pennsylvania, because there's really not a whole lot of anything like this around.
Now, I know I brought my Magic cards, and that was my thing, but you have Magic tournaments going on. You had Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments going on, Pokemon tournaments. You had demonstrations and gaming for Dungeons & Dragons. You had HeroClix, Warhammer. It was just everything here this weekend.
Yeah, and that's what it's just kind of a showcase for the local shops to show everybody what they do. So Snake Eyes Gaming, which was one of the sponsors, did all most of the Magic events that were not Commander. We had Comics Vault here to do all the Commander events. They also did all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Events. Going back to Snake Eyes, they did all the Pokemon events. And they also did all those tabletop demos for Warhammer. They're playing Blood Bowl on the Gameloticon stream right now. It's just been great. We've been able to show people we've been able to show people what kind of, gaming is available in this area, and that's what it's all about. We also had, esports, a lot of console esports. We had Super Smash Brothers Ultimate and Melee. We had Tekken 7, Street Fighter 6. Like, we've just been hitting the whole gambit and giving people what to play. So
Yeah, you had all these events going on this weekend. You also, like you said, I believe you said that there was also video gaming going on.
Mhm.
You just said that was a big hit this weekend.
it really was. There was actually better than anticipated on that. We had a Smash Brothers Ultimate and Smash Brothers Melee. Basically each day we had them both days, and then we also had today we had a really good Street Fighter tournament. So yeah, everything was. Next year we're probably going to include more esports. We're probably going to do some console esports. TJ Storm, who has kind of agreed to come next year, he canceled this year, but he's a character from League of Legends. So we're probably going to try to do League of Legends next year. Yeah, so
Yes, you can. It's anything happens here.
Everything has gone really, really well. So we're really pleased with it. And like I said, we'll probably do more of the esports stuff coming up.
That's good.
In the next con. So
yeah, it was a fun weekend. I know as recording this, I'm here at Gamelotacon, but it's at the wind down stage now.
Mhm.
But this weekend, guys, if you didn't get to attend, it was just everything that I expected. I got to see, like I said, was it Commander game?
Yep.
Like people playing Commander, people playing Standard, and that's just magic. And then, of course, like I said, there was any kind of game you could think of. I even saw people buying board games and learning how to play them at a table.
Yep. Yeah, it was really, like a full service convention. Any kind of game that you wanted to do, we had it here. There's a LARP group here that does Vampire the Masquerade live action role
Right, they're like
playing.
right over there somewhere.
Yep. I mean, we had, the voice actors that we have from Street Fighter and Tekken with Chris Rickabaugh, and, games like Smite and Borderlands 2 and 3 with Martha Harm. I mean, it was, we did everything we could to make it a big event for everybody, and I think people enjoyed it. So,
Well, Tim, not as a friend, I'm not coming at you as a friend, because I tell my listeners I'm unbiased when it comes to me saying, like, if I like something, I don't like something.
Right.
You're not paying me. I don't have to sit here and BS anybody.
Right.
However, this was a fun event. This was a really good event. And what I think I liked most out of all of it, like, I don't care if it was an art gallery or a gaming event, it was the community coming together. It's all good.
Yep.
No,
that's
this
fine. No, that's
is
fine.
we're recording live, so it's all good.
Yep. Sorry, everything can happen when you're doing stuff
exactly.
live, right?
I mean,
we have people coming in and asking if they can use the garbage can, and then
I'm not in a studio
I have
setting.
to go help somebody. So
I'm not in my typical studio setting. I'm sitting in the middle of a convention, so whatever, right? It happens.
That's right.
But what I was saying, it's not the gaming; it's the community.
Right.
It's everybody finding something that they can agree upon, like
Right.
a mutual love, a mutual admiration, and just come together and enjoy it.
Yep. Yeah. And we don't really, like I said, just to be clear on this, we're the people that helped organize this event, but really this event is for the shops, right? And it's for the community. We just kind of brought everybody together in one roof, so everybody in central Pennsylvania could see these are the shops that we have in the area. This is what we have available for people to do. We just kind of, we're trying to do everything to organize people coming here and gathering together, and that's what our passion is to make sure that we love to play games, so we want the gaming community in this area to be strong, and us organizing this event for all the shops kind of helps us do that. So,
Well, again, I say thank you. This was an amazing time, amazing event, and I'm going to let everybody know while you're here, we already have a date for next year.
we do.
We already have a date, so you guys don't have to sit there and wait. You don't have to sit there and guess. there is going to be a Game-A-Lot-A-Con 2024.
Right.
We're looking at what? Saturday, August 24th?
Yeah, it's August 24th and 25th of 2024. We wanted to stay away from the big cons that are in August. So the first week there's Gen Con, which is the biggest gaming convention in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The second week after that is Steel City Con, which I think you've been to before. That's the second week of August usually. So this gives us a week break, and then you can just come to the Game-A-Lot-A-Con. So.
All right, so you're busy, man. You keep getting stopped.
I gotta get going.
I'm going to let you go. Thank you for your time and patience.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you for Game-A-Lot-A-Con.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming.
All right. Well, thank you. And guys, stay tuned. I got an interview with Martha Harms later, coming up. Tim is an awesome person. And if he's listening to this episode, thank you for getting the community together and giving us a place to live and laugh, a place for us to belong. Now, my next interview I'm about to play was with the beautiful Martha Harms. Now, when I say beautiful, I mean she was both physically and mentally appealing. I could have sat there and talked with her for hours. Here now, for your enjoyment, is my one-on-one with the lovely Martha Harms. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the esteemed, the lovely, the talented Martha Harms.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Martha, thank you for coming to Game-A-Lot-A-Con.
You're welcome.
This is a big thing for Altoona. Like, we don't get many celebrities, let alone gaming celebrities, let alone voice actors at all. And you have it all covered.
But perhaps after the inaugural Game-A-Lot-A-Con in 2023.
Right.
We'll have more.
Right. Maybe, this is an open door, You're opening doors for us.
I love that.
So, how are you enjoying Altoona? Is this your first time in the Altoona area?
First time in Altoona, and I'm loving it. Everyone is so kind here. I feel like everyone wants to make sure I'm having a great time and make sure I'm eating good food and experiencing the whole town.
Speaking of food, okay, have you tried the infamous Altoona pizza yet?
Not yet. No, I haven't.
Okay, don't. Don't.
Okay.
I mean, no offense. Altoona's my town, but don't.
Okay.
Just don't. But yeah, I digress. You're here because it's a gaming convention.
Yes.
But your resume is extensive.
Yeah.
It has more than just gaming. So with that in mind, you've done anime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You've done games, of course. What other things have you been able to experience?
Yeah, my journey has been pretty diverse and varied. I started acting in theater, and when I graduated with my BFA, I started doing some anime. My agent started sending me out to Funimation. I got started in anime, did little bit parts here and there, and I did Shin-Chan and Sergeant Frog when I was just starting out. And eventually the directors got to know my voice. I started to do bigger projects like Binbo Gami Ga, Good Luck Girl. I did Assassination Classroom, was a really popular one, the Railgun series. So I started doing a lot more of that, and that led me to video games as well. Living in Dallas, Texas, I was able to do some Gearbox software stuff. So that's when I got into Borderlands. And then when I moved to New York City in 2016, that led me into my Pokemon journey. Yeah.
And now you're Officer Jenny.
And now, well, not currently.
No,
but
not currently.
I did do a time as Officer Jenny. There's been quite a few
I could have sworn I saw it was like, because I might be wrong. I saw where it's like to current. So that's why I was like.
Yeah, the internet's a tricky thing sometimes.
Okay.
I'm sure you
don't
know
trust IMDb. Just don't use that as a reliable source.
Someone else updates that. It's kind of hard to change. So.
Because you've done so many anime.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite anime character?
Ooh, well, Irina Yelovich is one of my favorites from Assassination Classroom. Okay. She was really, really fun to do. I also loved Ranmaru Rindo, who's this one here in the blue from Good Luck Girl. Absolutely hysterical. Had a great time doing both of those. Yeah.
Nice.
I will say, doing a Pokemon was one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Is it Duiper? Or?
Dupitor.
Dupitor.
Yeah, a little water bug, and Dupitor comes up in Ultra Sun and Moon. And that was really fun and really challenging.
My significant other loves the Pokemon games.
Ah,
so I'm gonna be like, yeah, And then she watches it on occasion. So I'll be like, hey, look, jealous? Are you jealous? Look who I'm rubbing elbows with.
Hey.
Hey. But when it comes to video games, because you've also, like I said, been in video games, I am a big Walking Dead fan.
Oh,
Big Walking Dead fan. And when I found out that you had a part in, what was it, Walking Dead Survival Instinct?
Survival Instinct, yeah.
That was, I think, the first Walking Dead game made.
Was it really?
I believe so. It was.
Oh, that was back in the day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
with like Daryl Dixon and the whole story.
I think so.
But you played, let me see if I get this right, Jane Carroll?
That was one of my characters, yeah.
You had other characters in the game?
I did. I had one more.
Who was the other one? I just remember Jane Carroll because I was like, her death scene just... It was like off camera, and you just hear the screams.
Yeah, we did a lot of screaming for that. We also did some zombie noises, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
How's that? Like, you'd be like,
yeah. Whenever you're doing a monster kind of voice, they have you really make sure you don't sound human, so that you relax your mouth a lot, and you just try and go for things that sounds you'd never make in real life.
Yeah, because I know they have, like, if you like go to the like audition, you have to go to like a zombie school. Like, they train you how to walk like a zombie.
That's cool.
So I was just kind of curious, the sounding of a zombie, where you step in.
Yeah.
How's that, like, what dynamics or what instructions do they give you to be like, this is what a zombie sounds like?
That's a good question. It was a long time ago, but if I remember correctly, it was a lot less, anytime you're doing a monster, less enunciation, more air. They'll have you, can I get a little rattle in there? Can we hear more breath? Things like that. Yeah, a little less of a fully formed human structure, and more of like, strip away what you don't need, and let's hear some of the creepy.
Let's make it as creepy
left.
And like you're dead. Make sounds like you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Becoming Officer Jenny.
Yes.
I know I'm jumping everywhere, but that's how my mind is.
That's
for some
actually
reason.
how voice acting is.
Just jumping. Officer Jenny, okay? She's a lawful, good person.
Yes, she is.
How do you go from, because in the video game world, you also played the sassy siren Maya? Is it how you pronounce it? Is it Maya or Maya?
Maya.
You went from that to Officer Jenny.
I did.
How does that fluctuate for you? Like, how do you go from being like here to here?
Well, it's kind of what you did. You just postured your body a little differently, and you get in a different mindset. You're in a different world. And I think what we don't talk about a lot of the time is the amazing directors that we have in this industry.
True.
And a director is really important. So Joel Donald directed me in Borderlands 3. And then I had Lisa Ortiz direct me in Pokemon. And they know exactly what they're looking for. They help you get into each different world that you're in, and give you the performance you need.
Nice. All right. Well, that's basically, I'm going to cut this short. I mean, I just wanted everybody to get a little taste of what they're missing if they're not here.
Come to Gameloticon. It's really awesome. There's so many good vendors, and looks like the tournaments are going great.
And you got a panel coming up.
I'm going to join Chris's panel. Yeah.
Right.
Chris Rickabaw's panel. We're going to talk about video gaming and the physicality of doing fighting games. Yeah.
So once again, I want to thank you for everybody at Gameloticon, everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching. Thank you so much for coming today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
This weekend, not just today, but this weekend.
I hope to meet many more.
All right. And do you have any upcoming... Oh, no, we can shake hands. I'll shake hands. I'll hold hands. All right. But do you have anything upcoming that you want to share? That you can share?
Not particularly, but keep an eye out for me. You can always hear me do commercials. I'm the voice of Lindt Chocolate, so if you see a Lindt Chocolate commercial come on your screen, that's me.
Again, my girlfriend will be jealous.
Amazing. But you can always follow me, and usually the internet is correct about what I'm doing.
So take it, do your research. Don't listen to me. You do your research.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right.
And there you have it. This past weekend was a great experience. All of it was. For those that missed out, for whatever reason, remember, August 24th and 25th of 2024, Gameloticon will return and be bringing Central PA a fun weekend for all to enjoy. That's all I got for this episode of Ken Bouchard Online. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear more, please, by all means, give me a like, follow, comment, share. Anything, any little bit of love helps. But you can find me on YouTube at Ken Bouchard Online. You can find me on Spotify at Ken Bouchard Online. You can find me on Facebook, just Kenneth Bouchard. And yeah, don't be a stranger. Let's geek out together. And as always, stay freaky, stay geeky, stay nerdy, and stay dirty.
Peace.